Haters my motivators, keep the fire burning. Everywhere you throw my way just fuels my earning. You watching my page while your spirit's yearning. The star in the void, watch my light returning. They laugh, they mock, but I see the fear. Jealousy a mask, can't block what's clear. I grind in silence, success too near. Every fuck you just shifts my gears.
What is good morning? What is up? Good morning, good night, whatever it is for you. We got Jake over here just chilling like a villain, huh? Got a big ass bed for himself. What a life. He's got life on easy mode. But this video is about how you were probably just used to that chaos and very much familiarized with it. So obviously when someone new comes along, right? Someone with peace, someone that's finally emotionally available and emotionally mature. At first it can feel like it can feel like you'll have a sense of fear because it's so unfamiliar. You're so used to that instability, the chaos, that you're just like, well, what the fuck, what is this? And so a lot of the times people will stick to what's familiar. So they'll stay with that toxic ex, they'll stay with toxic partner or whatever, and because they're used to that, they're scared of being alone, or they're scared of the shift, but because it's unfamiliar. But you gotta understand the other side of the unfamiliarity is the new, is the shift that your soul is leading you towards, and the ego is ignoring, keeping you steady where you are with what's familiar because you think it's safe and it's not. What's safe? You really think being in the same toxic situation it's been draining you for years, if even, whatever, is safe? Hell no. The best thing you can do is leave. Choose something different. Choose something that you're unfamiliarized with. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. But let's be honest. Most of the time, you don't actually miss that person. You just think you do. But you miss the intensity. You miss the unpredictability, the highs, the lows, the emotional crashes, the hot and the cold. That roller coaster, it creates dopamine spikes, and dopamine spikes, they can feel like passion, but it's not. It's fake. It's just toxicity that your ego is feeding off of. But what if what you experienced wasn't even really deep love at all? It was just a karmic cycle, like a karmic connection. So maybe like you grew up around emotionally instability, people, chaos, and it felt familiar. And so then at that point, familiarity can feel like chemistry because you're used to that toxic energy and that you're around. So when someone stable comes along, right, someone emotionally mature, emotionally aware, spiritually mature, aware, someone calm, someone peaceful, someone present, someone consistent, someone grounded, it might feel flat, it might feel boring, it might feel kind of scary because it's so unfamiliar. It's not boring, it's not bad, it doesn't feel like that because they're wrong for you. It's just because your body isn't used to peace. It's so used to that chaos. It's so used to the highs and the lows. So you gotta understand that healing means retraining your nervous system. It means learning that calm is not boring, it's not bad. Peace is good. Unfamiliarity isn't bad, the unknown. And stability is not a lack of spark. Sometimes that thing that you think you want back is the very thing that kept you dysregulated in the first place. So sometimes really you gotta understand you're not really even missing them, rather you're withdrawing from the chaos. You're so used to it in a way. It was an emotional addiction. And that withdrawal, that's the growth. So allow yourself to withdraw. Allow yourself to let go of all and of who doesn't serve. Because I promise you, it's only holding you back from being the highest version of you that you could be. It's like once you awaken, once you become more aware of the things that you're thinking, doing, and feeling and on a day-to-day basis, you're going to become so aware that you're going to see, okay, it's this person that's holding me back. Or it's this thing that's holding me back. Why am I allowing this? Set these boundaries. Have self-love. When you set these boundaries, it's a big form of self-love. But if you keep allowing things to happen that you know are not good for you, that are draining you and hindering you from achieving the things that you know that you can do, that's not self-love, that's self-abandonment. It's like, how many lessons do you need to not self-abandon, to not self-sabotage? It's like, I'm pretty sure now you probably get it, you know? So you just gotta put in the work. You gotta stop ignoring the things you know that you gotta do. That's why it's like, I knew people... if you watch my channel, you know what I'm talking about, but it's these people that I used to be friends with, and they would always use me for rides. And I introduced them. It was a guy and a girl. I introduced them. I was friends with the girl, and I was friends with the guy. And then I was like, you know what, let's kick it one day. And I introduced them, whatever. They ended up dating, ended up being together. I don't know, I think they're still together, I don't know. But for 5-6 years, and throughout that relationship, she would just, complain to me, it's this, that, fuck, well, he doesn't do this, whatever, but still stays with him, It's just because she was used to that chaos. She's used to that toxic vibe. She didn't want to be alone, but they're used to that energy. And so it's like, well, they know that they should let that person go. They don't even miss them. They just miss the intensity, the toxic vibes, because they're so used to it. It's like an addiction, really emotional addiction, to where they can let it go. And then by letting go, they'll allow healthy connections. And obviously, in the meantime of attracting healthy connections, it'll be them working on, connecting with themselves. Because when you connect with yourself, you're able to attract deeper connections. But doing that could be scary for people if they're not, because it's unfamiliar. And unfamiliarity can feel scary, vulnerability is scary and whatever. So people don't step into the unknown. They don't let this person go because they're familiarized with that, and they're familiarized with the energy dynamic and all that. So they don't let them go. They just stay in a toxic relationship because it's what they're used to. It's what they know. They'd rather stay in the familiarity, even if it's draining, even if it's toxic, because they're so scared of just doing something different, doing something new, of letting them go and going into the unknown. And it goes back to what I've always said. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's strength. It's like, you do gotta be, this word gets tossed around so much in the spiritual community. You know what I mean? Vulnerability. But it's true. It's like, you have to be vulnerable enough to just say, fuck this shit, man. I'm tired of this same old toxic dynamic. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's new. I don't give a shit. Just leave that person, And I promise you, if you know that they're not for you, once you truly let them go, once you truly choose yourself, and choose someone else even, and just do different, you're going to feel better. You're going to be like, damn, why didn't I do that sooner? And most of the time, if you gained peace out of leaving a connection or a dynamic that wasn't serving you anymore, if you gained peace after that, then you didn't lose shit. You didn't lose anything. You gained something. You gained peace. You gained clarity. You gained yourself back. Because when you allow yourself to let go of all that is hindering, all that is draining you, you're going to find yourself again through all that chaos. Because all that chaos, it was just bringing you down. You were underneath all that baggage, how could you? So then at that point, letting it all go, you come home back to yourself, back to your body. And when you come home back to yourself, back to your body, you're able to think better, you're able to feel better, you're able to manifest better because you can think and feel better. And you're going to look better, you're going to look more alive because you're not being drained. Your energy is finally present and grounded. It's not being everywhere dispersed because you're allowing yourself to be drained by people and, things that are not serving you. Hell no, you're going to look more magnetic, you're going to glow brighter, you're going to feel more alive, letting these things go that have been holding you back. So I'm going to say it again. Most of the time, you don't even miss them. You just miss the familiarity of that dynamic. You missed the toxicity of it. The ego, really. But the soul, you don't need toxic. You don't need familiarity. The ego loves familiar. It loves to keep you what's familiarized with because It thinks that that's safe. That's the ego's job, is trying to keep you safe, but keeping you with what is known. But again, just because it's familiar or safe doesn't mean it's good for you. It's usually the thing that you are unfamiliar with that is good for you. That's where the most success comes in our life, is the unknown. So do it for yourself, self-love, you know? But that's it for this one, guys. Just wanted to get that out there, you know? Trying to keep this consistent. I've been working overtime. I've been wanting to make an outdoor video, but it's been raining, so I've been working with what I got. At least we got some good lighting. But other than that, guys, namaste, lady. I'll see you in the next one.